much as I appreciate President Obama for what he did and what he accomplished, if you just comparing like what he done in office compared to what Trump have done in office, call it radical or whatever you want to call what Trump do, I personally see more Trump changing things than Obama did. And it could be negative or positive. That's just me personally. You know.
You can actually see what he's fucking up. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think Obama did a good job of what he's supposed to do, but I think things like the Black Lives Matter movement and so forth, it could have been more than what it is. And I think, as to go back to the Black Lives Matter movement for a second, I think that I don't want it to be, to me, the movement seems, I don't want to say generic, but I mean, like, to me, it's bigger than cops.
Right.
Cops
they don't have good intentions.
To me, it should be bigger than, right. To me, it should be bigger than just marching every time a cop kill a black man.
Right.
I think it should be like we just talked about. It should be more economical driven first, and then let's start changing laws. Because if you look at the economy wise, you got the lobbyists. You got lobbyists that you got to have money to make change and to change laws. Am I saying it right?
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So I think you can control your agenda better if you have the money to control the agenda. Because that's all what the white supremacists, all these other dirty lawmakers are doing. They get money from lobbyists to push their agenda, which they turn into law.
Right.
You know. So I think, as much as I support Black Lives Matter, I think that they should have a bigger spectrum, bigger
focus.
way of looking at things. Focus, right?
I mean,
instead of just marching every time somebody get killed by a cop. I mean, I get it, and it's needed as much as it's needed. It's
right.
not. It's, at the end of the day, 6 months from now, I was still gonna be talking about George Floyd. You know,
no, we're gonna
6 months from now.
Shot and killed. That's
it's
all.
It's gonna be like another high-profile case. I mean, as far as me, I support the slogan "Black Lives Matter." Yeah, of course, Black Lives Matter too. But as far as the actual Black Lives Matter network, it is totally disingenuous. I mean, they're not for Black lives. They're for like certain Black lives, but not all Black lives.
Right.
That's the major problem I got with it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So I think, which is a good segue into my next question for you guys, is like, if you can't change it on the ground, how are we going to change these cops and brutality? How are we going to change that? Now, we can march all day, but it's going to take laws to really change the environment that's going on right now. I don't really see that happening, to be honest with you. It's like, I mean, if you look at, I'm sorry, Phil. If you look at the landscape of just how many black men have been killed by cops. Okay, well, the question is this: Do you think change for laws are gonna come about the George Floyd death?
Well, let me ask you this first. In response to your question, if I change a law, does that mean the person that has to respect the law is going to change the way they feel?
You know what? It might not change how they feel, but it
definitely.
Might give them, but it might give them pause to act on that feeling, if that makes sense.
This is the thing. The law as it stands speaks specifically in the policing code to not discriminate. So if these types of acts are happening under a law that says that police shouldn't be discriminating, then what law is going to go in place that's going to change that? There is no law, because they're acting out of the way they feel. You can change every law in the book. That's not going to make a sociopath not be a sociopath. They're still fucking crazy people.